Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic today. It is time for Tell It Tuesday, so we've got questions and answers going on this channel for luxury items and all kinds of things. Let's go ahead and get this video started. Okay, let's start with the questions and answers part of it. Let's see, the first question is from, I hope I get this right, LaurelBelleW. I hope it's right. I'm so sorry if it's not. VLEIALOHA. So this is really interesting. This individual has gone to Stein Mart. Now, if you don't know what Stein Mart is kind of like a TJ Maxx, kind of like a Ross. I would consider it to be a little more upscale than Ross. It's a lovely restaurant. I think my tummy's a little hungry. I've got restaurant on the brain. It's in, I'm trying to think what category it would be in. A little less than Belk, a little higher than Ross. And it's usually it's like strip malls. They have good items. Actually, I have my bed quilt is from Stein Mart. They have really nice items. They usually have a great purse selection. Usually looks something like a TJ Maxx though. You'll see Michael Kors, you'll see, you may see some Dooney and Burke, but you'll see the ones that are kind of coming out and on their way to the outlet malls, and the Michael Kors that are in the store are outlet bags, so you kind of have to be careful. Now, she saw something kind of interesting. She went in there, and lo and behold, she saw Louis Vuitton bags in there and was kind of shocked by that. And she wanted to go back because she was kind of concerned about the authenticity of those bags. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that here. And it's really interesting. It's becoming more common now than it was. You will see Louis Vuitton bags in places like Dillard's. And if you don't know what Dillard's, if there's not a Dillard's in your area, it's akin to a Macy's. So there have been multiple people who have stated they've seen them in Dillard's. I have walked in, actually I was in Louis Vuitton when someone there said, hey, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but there are Louis Vuitton bags over in the Dillard's store. So I went, wow, and I went over there and checked it out. So here's the deal. And I'm going to guess it's the same thing that you saw in Stein Mart because more stores are starting to do this. They will find a collection of pre-loved luxury bags. They will bring them in, and for a certain amount of time, they will sell those bags. So for instance, when Belk brought them in, I don't know if it's like a traveling pre-loved luxury bag people group, but they were there. And I think they were there for a couple of weeks, and you would go in and let's say you'd find a used Neverfull, and you could take a look at it, and then they would tell you what the price was. You could use the store credit card for that. So if you have a Dillard's card or I don't know, does Stein Mart have a card? I don't know. But if you have a card, a store card, that store card, you could certainly use that. Wouldn't be a problem at all. The interesting thing, though, is there were a couple of them there that I had been eyeing. They were on my pre-loved list, like ones that aren't available anymore, like the, like the Totally, you can't find it now. So that's on my list of finding something that's pre-loved in that realm. The interesting thing about it that you have to be these are in really great shape. They have been professionally cleaned. They look very lovely. You won't see like ink stains or any kind of stain, no rubbing. They're in excellent shape, but they're also at an excellent price. So when I was looking at one, I want to say that it was like the Cabas, I believe, and it was incredibly expensive. And when I looked online at Poshmark, Tradesy, even eBay, it was cheaper by $300 to $500. So you want to be really careful when you're going in there. Now, true enough, if you're getting something from a Stein Mart or a Dillard's or whatever the department store may be in your area that has this kind of option for you, truly, I think that you could trust that the authenticity is there, but just know that you are going to pay for the idea that they have professionally cleaned it, that it's authentic, and you know that might be worth it to you, or it might be a better option for you to kind of find it in a different location and do the actual cleaning yourself. I hope that that was helpful, just a little bit of information on that. And in case anyone out there hasn't seen that before, that's really what's going on. These are not new Louis Vuittons. These are indeed used, but they are authentic. Okay, the next one is from Roger and Lisa. So this, Roger and Lisa, you're a new subscriber, and I just want to say, thank you so much for kind of tuning in, and I'm getting a little distracted with my hair. Guys, I have a hair appointment tomorrow to get this mop cut, and I'm telling you, it's my only option. The lady that I go to, she is fantastic, and she is booked into January 6th. From now through January 6th, I tried to get it changed, so I know I've got to get something done with it. I'm going to be so cute. Anyway, I just got distracted, so very sorry. So, Roger and Lisa, you are new. You're a new subscriber, so just welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. And your question was, how long have you been collecting such beautiful bags, and what brought you to love Louis Vuitton? Well, these are actually really, really great questions. And if you want to know in great detail, there is a video when you first go to my channel. There's I'll link it below. I think it's called A Little About Me or something, and it goes into greater detail. But in like really high level, I have always loved handbags and shoes from the time I could walk. I've just always been bent that way. I've just always wanted a handbag, and I've always wanted a high heel around me. I'm not so high on the heel anymore these days, but I mean, I still rock them, but I don't wear them everywhere I go like I used to. Now, Louis Vuitton is interesting because I kind of got caught up in the history of Louis Vuitton and what he was like, and I got wrapped up in the history and I really kind of fell in love with them. So that's how I came to real quickly love the Louis Vuitton brand. It's the history of it all. It's what that gentleman did, his travel to Paris, and what he must have seen and what he did, and how he studied under that gentleman. And go ahead and, when you have a moment, watch that video. I think that'll tell you a little bit more about me and a little bit more about the history of Vuitton, and you might find that interesting, I think, or it might give you a little bit of chuckle, a little bit of insight into who I am and how I view the world. And if you look at some of my earlier videos, I used to give a lot of history on the different bags that I would have, because the history, the story of these bags really draw me. I'm very sentimental in the bags that I choose. So there you have that. I hope that's helpful. Now, those are the only two questions for today, but I did want to share that I've gotten more video ideas. Guys, you have no idea how excited I get over video ideas. It's like I get giddy. So if you have anything that you'd like to see, or if you would like me to talk about a particular subject, I'm not afraid of anything. I promise it. Nothing. I'm just not afraid. No worries. So Go Be a Girl sent a message out, and she said that this is in reference to the review that I did, I think, on the, I want to say that it was on the Speedy 30 and the Neo No Way. And she stated that she was curious and wondering between the 25 and the 30, and she kind of feels like she's going to go to the 25. And I certainly wouldn't mind showing. I have about 3 Speedies back there that I would be delighted to kind of show you and see what they look like and see what fits in it, so you can get a good idea of which Speedy is a good Speedy for you. I do tend to go a little bit smaller when it comes to Speedy because they hold such an incredible amount. I think that Neverfull gets top billing for that, but you know, I don't think that you can overlook that Speedy when it comes to such a surprise. I call it the clown car of the clown purse of the Louis Vuitton. The next one is from Dottie Wimberly, and she has requested an Alma to the Zip Zip comparison. So I would be really tickled to do that. I don't mind doing that at all. So that's the second video that I'll be happy to do. They really are very similar, and I kind of think that the Dooney and Bourke is a nod to the Alma, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, they always say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So we will take it as that, and I'll be happy to do it. And that will be coming up. I do have some videos scheduled throughout this week. So these videos that I'm talking about, they will start appearing the first part of next week. The next one is Dawn Loves Couture. And this was a video when I took 3 particular pochette style, well, actually 2 pochettes, and then it was the Lorette, I think. I was comparing all 3 of them, and in that video I said, listen, if you want me to go a little bit further and say what goes in each one of these to see which one would be a good for, you know, like which one would be good for whatever occasion, I'm willing to do that. And her answer was, that would be really great. I'd like to see that. And I am really happy to do a video comparing those 3. So it is on like Donkey Kong. And then, let's see. Yep, and I'm sorry, the next one was exactly the same reference to the very same video. So that's exactly what I'll be doing. And so I think that's really it for Tell It Tuesday, or the question and answers. I hope that it was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe, and I will surely be chatting at you very soon. Bye. Oh, and I can't believe that I forgot about this. Bag of the day. Whoop, whoop. Bond Street, Louis Vuitton. Bye.